I feel like Shawty probably just in the studio, and Shawty was like, listen, there are like over 100 songs here that are unreleased, and we can't just sit up on the wall of them. So instead of album here we have put out, we have put 17 of them songs upon it. Because I swear, I couldn't, first of all, what's good, angels? It's your girl EarthAngel naturally, all up on your screen with another episode of DSession. Welcome back to another episode of DSession, guys. Now, before we even jump into this week's episode, we have to deal with the elephant in the room. Okay, guys, so it's been a hell of a week. It's been a hell of a 2 weeks, actually, even though I think the last video that you guys got from me was a little bit over a week old, but it's been a hell of a 2 weeks. Now, if you guys, well, most of you will not be aware because I haven't really posted about it yet, but I am going to be covering a journey that I have been on for like the last month and a half or so regarding some cats. Yes, it's a whole nother shebang. I am going to upload a video about that, and also a YouTube channel that I am going to be starting that I want all of y'all gems to go over and subscribe to. But more information about that will come into the video that I upload about my whole cat journey that I'm on right now. It's crazy. But yeah, we are back and in full effect, and for this week, just because I love y'all and you guys are just my heart and my soul and everything in one, for this entire weekend you're going to be getting videos. Yes, angels, videos. Come up, enough to catch up on. Listen, we have Vybz Kartel. We'll have Vybz Kartel album review for do. We'll have top 10 highlights for go through because I can't top 5. Too much things go on to be a top 5. We'll have top 10 highlights for do. Plus we'll have tons of dancehall music video reactions to do. We don't know what one in a dancehall for the last week and a half or 2 weeks, but so there's be a music video job from Jada Kingdom to Massacre to Popcorn. Everybody just had drop music every to Dexter Dabs. Listen, this Dexter Dabs episode 1, episode 2 vent vibe. I need to react to that shit. So listen, we got a lot to do this weekend, so buckle down, strap in, and let's get started. For this video, we are going to kick or catch up. Yes, we're going to call it. It's going to be our DSession catch up. So to kick off our catch up, we are going to be looking at Vybz Kartel album of Dons and Divas. Now, angels, I took the liberty and all of the energy we take to listen to this album track by track in order to give you guys a full, unbiased, complete review of what I think this album is giving. And we are going to be going through each of them track by track, letting you know like what really could have been done better, where I think really hit, and overall what kind of energy and what kind of vibe this album is really giving. Now, based on word in the streets, now how people have been reacting to this album in terms of the average person listening to the album has not necessarily been as positive. I would have anticipated a Vybz Kartel album of this magnitude. Now, you guys have seen how I talked about it in previous episodes of the session. Like, this is anticipated. You get what I say? And even though the album they are number one on the reggae charts, either it number 1 or number 2. It's between him and Buju Banton, and I haven't checked recently, but the last time I looked at this, which was probably a couple days ago, it was at number 1. Even though I know reggae charting album number 1 is not like a number 1 on a hip hop charted on the hip hop charts. However, a number 1 is a number 1. It doesn't matter. Now, based on all of this, I really expected it to be a bigger sensation in terms of just the social space and the dancehall space, but when I really sense that, and when I realized that, I was like, oh shoot, I wonder if this album didn't necessarily have the hype that I anticipated it to have. So I removed all of that, didn't think about it, went in and reviewed this album, and this is what I got. Now, this album consists of 17 tracks. 17 tracks. Now, we do not have time to do a full analysis on 17 tracks. So this is gonna be what I call a speed review. If you are new to it, welcome. This is going to be a speed review. I'm going to literally skip through each song, let you know the overall vibe, the overall motivation and all of this, and just a little opinion on what I think about it, and then we're gonna give an overall out of 10 where we rate this album. So let's do this, angels. And also in the comment section, what I want you guys to do is leave a comment on the rate that you give to the songs as well as we go along. Now, I'm not going to rate each individual song just because I didn't do that before, and I think that would take some actual thought to put behind. I don't want to just give the man song a random number, no. However, I do have a rate for the entire album, so we can do that. But if you guys want in the comment section to go through and just give your own like a personal consumer rate to what you think the song is out of 10, please go ahead and do so, and leave a comment also on what you thought about each of the songs that I'm going through. Now, these opinions are going to be fully honest, like no bias, like me no cartel, but I know none of the people that that album here. So this is literally as a fan listening how I felt about it. Now, kicking off with number 1, intro, nice things. Now the monologue for intro, the monologue for intro, grab me, like listen to this.
Me could have never take up a man when I give me nice things. Me have to take man where I give me the dividends them. Some broad face girl will have buck tooth and big tooth.
Really? Listen, I don't know who did that monologue there, I don't know who do it, but whoever do that, girl, when me hear that I was like, this is a good way to start this album. This is a damn good way to kick off this album. And big ups to you, Vybz Kartel, because that grabbed into my soul. You get what I'm saying? But for the overall song, I think it was like average. It was not necessarily the best pick in my opinion for an intro song. But no, say probably the monologue kind of make probably the producer or the people behind putting the whole album together kind of say, no, this is gonna be the intro song, or maybe the monologue was added after this song was chosen to be the intro song. But I thought it was kind of just of a little too much of a slow pace to say, yo, get me riled up to want to listen to the other 16 tracks that are on this album. So that's how I felt about Nice Things. Now, number 2, Cute Rider. No, Cute Rider, we already know Cute Rider. Music video and everything just for Cute Rider already. So I think this is going to be probably the most skipped song on the album, or had been the most skipped song on the album. It would have come in like Boda Kelo upon Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy. Me never listen to it, listen to everything else. But when you reach Boda Kelo, boop, skip, move on. Because like we don't know Cute Rider. So yeah, that's how I felt about Cute Rider. Now number 3, we have Bad Girl featuring Skillibeng, Juicy Fruit and Tammy Lee. Now the intro to that song, yeah, the vibe on the intro, bad. I love it. I loved every second of it. So that was a win for this song. The rhythm, but this is probably in terms of the entire album, I think this probably was the baddest rhythm of the album, even though Jump on the Beat rhythm bad. But I just feel like on the flow we Kartel did have on Jump on the Beat. Sorry, not Jump on the rhythm. Jump on the Beat, but feel like that's the flow we Kartel did have on Jump on the Beat to really bring out the beauty in that beat there. However, the beat, the rhythm from Bad Girl by itself, shell. My name not ask you. I'm not ask you, I tell you. The rhythm on this bad. So kudos to them for that. The rhythm I cry, but I never know like I never write down that I really know. The flow from Bad Girl, nice too. I like the whole kinda sexy, mystery, aggressive vibe. Is like, you know, I don't even know how to describe it. But you know, like when like in my body up, you know, in my body up feet, I make him know so like how you are like say I'm a man. But another type of bad up where like aggressive, like him a belittle, make you feel like you don't know body, but it's kinda bad up like he's so passionate about you, in my body up. You get what I don't know how to describe it, but ladies who don't know me I talk about. And that type of vibe there, the flow and the context of that song are kinda give me. And I mean the name Bad Girl, so you get the whole drift. And Kartel, chorus, pan this, carry the song. For me, my name not talking, I'm not telling a lie. Kartel chorus on that song here definitely carried the song for me. I think it was probably the baddest part of the entire song. However, Tammy Lee is a tough contender because Tammy Lee got bars. Okay. Tommy Lee got bars and Tommy Lee completely crucified that song here. Like, I don't know how Tommy Lee just have one feature on the album here, but you want to hear Tommy Lee again after that verse here. But yeah, one time alone, they make we hear him and he make use and show. He make use and one little verse, one little 8 bars, what him get on the album here because it bad. Man, not tell you. So big up yourself, Tommy Lee. This song was good. So number 4 is Say a Prayer. Familiar, I mean the feeling strong. It give me a kind of vibe like the song was made for Shorty. Everything we kind of allude to things that we already know about the relationship, and we can't think about nobody else in our life where he really would have such strong emotions for other than him kids, and it was definitely not a song for him children. So I think Say a Prayer definitely was just a song that was more of like a passion project and not necessarily like, oh, I'm trying to entertain y'all, because it wasn't necessarily entertaining. It just put me in a vibe where like, yo, you get me? This is a lot of emotion. So that's what I had to say about Say a Prayer. But good song though, good song. I like it, but it definitely had a familiar vibe, like, you know. Yeah, me used to this from Kartel. Nothing really outstanding, but like I said, I could tell why. Now, number 5, No Prison. Smooth cruising vibe, nothing too exciting. And that's what you're gonna hear me say a lot about this album. A lot of the tracks on this album, I feel like never did I did it. Like, this album could have been a 7-track album. I don't know why Kartel decided to give it 17 songs. However, I mean, I guess he just had I feel like Shorty probably just in the studio and Shorty was like, listen, there are like over 100 songs here that are unreleased and we can't just sit up on the wall of them. So instead of the album here where I put out, where I put 17 of them songs upon it. Because I swear, I couldn't, first of all, it makes sense why the album divided in a Dons and Divas, because most of the songs them on it for Divas are like so repetitive. The rhythm sound the same, the flow sound the same. It look like, you know, when an artist just practice them creativity and them come up with different concepts, different songs, but at the same vibe, cause them not really perform, them just practice. So that can be like any other sport where you practice and a everyday messy play, the way how him play when him play in a World Cup. But every day him have a routine where him go through in order to make sure him keep up on him game. And then the song them under the Divas section of the album felt like that. It felt like rehearsal sessions. You know what I mean? Never feel like a complete project. Now the dance part did have all of the crowd up song them. Like all the song the way I got hear me and say, that song yeah, I forgot it. Yeah, over the dance part that day. So I feel like the album was really just them song there, and then Shorty was like, nope. Some of them songs need to come out of the studio. They need to go up on the ear. Them can't just sit down up on the shelf, and it became a 17-track album. Like there's no other way we can think about it, because No Prison, I love the vibe, but it's very similar to a lot of the other songs them where they on the album. So I don't know. That's just my take on where that part is concerned. No, number 6, Butterfly featuring Lisa Hype. I love the old school type of vibe they bring to that song here. The rhythm for one remind me of old dancehall, and then the way how they did that DJ too was definitely not this Yankee, New York, hip hop, wannabe, rap, trap, dancehall, I don't even know what them call it, type of vibe. It really threw me back to Shabba Rankin days, and you know what I mean? I love that vibe that song here did have, and it kind of fit into Lisa Hype and Kartel, because it remind me of old school dancehall. It bring me back to the fact say, yo, Lisa did it from day one, you know. You get me, Lisa is an OG in the camp, so that worked and I loved it. And the song had a really good message. Like if you haven't listened to Butterfly yet, this is one of the songs on the album that I would encourage you and implore you to go and listen to. Yeah. Now Stay With Me featuring John FX. No, honestly, listen. I can say that I only listened to this song because it was on the album. If me did book up that song here somewhere else or here to play in one party, I wouldn't go look for it on YouTube. I'm not telling a lie. It got no emotion from me. It was very average, very mild, very, you know, Kartel in a rehearsal session. If they really are trying to perform. Yeah, this is one of the songs I want me to talk to you about. What I feel like they never really been supposed to actually go to the public. But Shorty said Kartel have too much song. I sit down pan and some of them need to go out there, so she put it out. Yeah, that is Stay With Me. And you know, and I guess John FX, I guess if you just want to get a personal vibe, like a highlight, like hey, you know, yeah, and I don't know. Literally, I wrote down no emotion from me, and that is what I felt. Alright, now it was Ever, number 8. Same vibe as the previous songs. Like I said, very repetitive, very, you know, the vibe, the emotion, everything around it is kind of the same. So yeah, that's a 1 out of 10 whenever so said they were Shorty Force. Number 9, Presidential featuring Sikka Rymes and Daddy One. Different energy with the dance. I'm literally write that down. I'm sorry, I couldn't zoom in and show no. I'm literally write down in my notes. Different energy with the dance. Because while me listen to the album, I could have tell, said no man, why the song them were categorized under dance are hit so much and a punch so much and have the best features, and the diva song them just is like him spend 1 hour and write all 10 of them. I don't understand, but that song here bad. However, but I have a comment on Daddy One and him one flow. No, sometimes you have to be critically honest. Daddy One, but don't why you come replicate Sean Paul in a dancer. You get what I say? Sean Paul get where already with him one dance, in one flow, in one way of DJing, because it works. It works for Sean Paul. We give Sean Paul a space in a dancer to do that, and we don't really have a problem with it. But you not gonna get away with it. So me I gonna need you for find some way for sound different in your song. Them every single song cannot sound like Brogan. You get me? And that is the vibe I got in Presidential. But no, I never did have to guess when Daddy One come on the track, because I'm at the CM that like, is that part of your brand? Like that flow there's a part of your brand? So every song I got so I don't know, somebody comment down below if me alone. Things say Daddy One at the same flow in an all-time song them. Just like how people say Skillibeng sing about the same things. That's how I feel. You get me? And Kartel carry most of that song here for me. I think Sikka Rymes kinda carry the second leg of the button pretty smoothly. Him never trip, but him never come first. Him never pass nobody. Him just carry it at the same pace. So Kartel did already set it. And yeah, so I think Kartel definitely carried that song here for me. But it was one of the better songs on the album for sure. Presidential good. Now number 10, State Evidence with Lisa Mercedez. Again, Kartel carried the song. I think for most of these features, it was originally just Kartel's song, or I don't know, and then people here just get added on for the album, because I feel like the kind of mind space probably that he was when putting together these songs was not necessarily fully captured by the people who did the features. Now I don't know if them come with them own verses or just Kartel verse them a sing over, but I couldn't Kartel verse them a sing over because some of them verses are so mediocre. If I really that Kartel it come up with, then wow, that's all we have to say. Wow. But yeah, I just feel like there was a kind of disconnect in terms of theme vibe and the vibe with them bring afterwards, because I'm going to assume that most of these songs are old because Kartel is not recording in prison. We all know that. However, you get me, the song, the vibe, yeah, you don't understand. So I think Kartel carried that song here as well, and it was a poor performance from Lisa Mercedez. Like Lisa, the amount of feature where you have on the album here alone, be the expect you to perform better. Like the way all your hype and the way all your one on stage and all the social media about a DJ, whatever in middle name is Palmer. I really think they're gonna come on the album here and share. Like I was anticipating your features on this album, because I was like, no, I have to listen to that girl here, because what? That girl here basically bred in music. Like she's with Kartel, like you get what I say, Style of G's are baby father. Like my girl is living and breathing and seeing music every day. So me I anticipate, and it was disappointing, especially for me the first feature on the entire album. Very disappointing. So yeah, that was what I felt about State of Evidence. Number 11, that went to Militant Coup. No, Militant Coup featuring Likkle Vybz, Likkle Addi and Slimatic, the whole Gaza clan. This was like a Kartel and them children. This was like a Kartel and them children type of song. And Slimatic, I like her. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if a Kartel versus she sing over or a Fear versus, but me like Slimatic for a little petite size. She got hard, but not gonna lie. It's just that the auto-tune on our vibes. What is wrong with these engineers and producers and auto-tune? I can't seem to understand it. But anyways, I guess I just said that all ago. However, the auto-tune on our vibes, they definitely throw me off a bit. But I like her. She bad. I'm not gonna lie. She have far to go if she continue on the pace she there right now. And it have a nice feel good and feel young type of vibe. It definitely, you get me, I'm not surprised at the features that everybody were under 19. So for sure, but they really like Militant Coup. Now 12, that was Depend on You featuring Sikka Rymes. I love the message behind this song. It was a really good message. I appreciated that type of message on the album. And also the line that he said, "Get a you nav money, but we pay for learn." Right, get a you nav money, but we pay for learn. Now if you guys have not listened to this song, please, I implore you, please go and check this song out. Now I think that Kartel should have definitely released this song as like a single along with the next song on the track on the album, which was World Boss. I think these two songs should have definitely get released as a single. Now World Boss was featuring Lisa, Mercedez and Red Boom, but I really Kartel take that song here home for me. I'm not tell no lie. He spoke about the government targeting the ghetto. He spoke about the fact that we don't try to stop it. We complain every day about the fact that ghetto people are marginalized and we are, you know, oppressed, and all of these different things that are going on to the ghetto youth. Them are not going in a uptown. You get what I say? But at the same time, we're not done about it. Like, we are encouraged the same narrative and I grow with kids for live by the same truths. We're not try for, you get me, help them to live the life where we want to see them live. We still are raise them in at the same type of culture. So I love the fact that he addressed all of that, and he says that our silence is adding to the problem. Just like when I said a while ago, we come on social media, and when TVG and CVM come with Black Road and say we want justice, but at the end of the day, do we though? Do we really? And I'm saying we become grew up in the ghetto too. That's why that song resonate with me so much. I grew up literally from a barn till probably 4 years ago in our Garrison community. So I know, and I think me know see I true him attack. You get what I say? I'm gonna think nobody else other than Kartel could have bring across this message the way that he did, because he would have been in the position where he saw it for the worst of its worst, and then now seeing it for the best of its best in terms of in the position that he's at. So I definitely appreciated the context that he put behind this, and the brainwash part tight where you think so them with you, but them not with you every time when election for call. Them run come and them give some cornmeal and them give some mackerel and them give some bully beef, and you run down vote for them. And then them same one buy the gun them put on the community them where kill no loved ones. I love it. I love the fact that him addresses it.
Police a murder ghetto youth every day, plus the youths murder them one another same way that a brainwash. Nothing now go on 5 years when election come when we go vote same way that a brainwash.
What's good, guys? Different day, same chick on the block. Now there's a mishap with the footage at where the video just ended, the previous clip. So we're just gonna pick up where we left off, right? So let's do this. So as we were saying in the previous clip, I love the way he dealt with it and the way he broke it down in its bits and pieces. I think it spoke volume to his understanding of the circumstances of a lot of people right now in certain situations, particularly the garrison communities. And I think it also speaks to a lot of people who are hurting in those situations and don't necessarily know how to communicate it, not only to others but to themselves. So kudos to you, Vybz Kartel, for including that type of content in your album. And like I said, we need this to release as a single. We need a music video, and we need like a whole marketing behind it. Like, we need a press run. We need everybody and their mother for listen to that song here. Honestly, not because it named World Boss. The content behind what I talk about is really and truly really good. So yeah, the next track on the album would be the title track for the album, Dons and Divas. And really and truly, I feel like this song as a title track for the song could have been a lot better. I don't know. There are lots of other songs on the album that I think carry a nicer vibe, that I think punch a lot harder than this song for it to be the title track for the album. But other than from that, I feel like it had a really good rhythm. The rhythm on this was really nice. Like I said, I also made note of the fact that I think it could be better for being the title track for the album, and it carry a kind of rich badness, high life type of vibe. I love that. So you see, if you're a cruise, God party, or wherever you go, I need a boost, you need to feel yourself a little bit, this is the song to go for. Okay. The next song on the album is Big Business featuring Teejay. Now Teejay voice is insane, and this track said that for me, and he gave me that type of vibe. Now, I've always admired Teejay. I admire him craft, I admire him lyricism. I just admire the care that he takes to his music and to what he puts out there for the public to consume. And this was one of them. Teejay, you did your thing on this track. I don't care what nobody wants to say. Teejay, one with a bag of something on a track here. So if you never listen to Big Business yet, you need to listen to it. And I think Teejay and Vybz Kartel, I think I also need a note of it as well, that I think the two of them have a really good chemistry when it come on to mixing their craft together, and when it come on to working together in bringing across the same message on a level where one not seem like it drop off and one person I feel like them alone I carry the wave. And like, listen to me, Teejay and Vybz Kartel together is beautiful music. Trust and believe. Listen to Big Business if you haven't already. Now jump on the beat, jump on the beat, yeah, featuring Likkle Vybz and Squash. Now this song, this track, I don't know why it was in the title track for the album, but probably because Dons and Divas kind of definitely carry the type of overall vibe and concept, I guess, of the whole album, and this kind of just feeds to one type of side of it. But I don't know, Jump on the Beat was my song. This song take it for the entire album, and I feel like just by the way how people are receive the album, you can tell that Jump on the Beat is the crowd favorite. Everybody love the song. I think it's the biggest song, I think, of the, you know, out of all of the album. Like, comment down below if I'm wrong about that, if you hear say like one next song after whatever. But Jump on the Beat, as far as I'm concerned, when me say I go on the streets, it's the hottest track on the entire album. And Jump on the Beat, them literally a jump on the beat, like listen.
Jump on the beat and beat it like it out of harder. Addi, yaddi, daddy, feed the wall of them wire. Me lock down the place like prison, shed it like a llama. Me get your woman in a spirit, Jesus, holy water.
This track is definitely my favorite track on the entire album. So Jump on the Beat was a really good one, and like I said, Angels, I feel like this album was definitely supposed to be a 7-track album, but like I said, Shorty in a studio realized that Kartel have dozens of unreleased songs, and she was like, yo, we need to get some of them song here out, and she just add 10 more songs to the album. Me honestly feel like I that one, because enough of them songs here could have still, like, seriously. Honestly, the only reason why this is a long video is because there were 17 songs for us to go through. Like, this could have been a 10-minute video with just 7 songs. But yeah, that is my review of the rewind. That is my review of the Vybz Kartel acclaimed album of Dons and Divas. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section down below. Let me know if you agree with me, and you know the final verdict that, oh, I never give the final verdict score. So the score that I give this album out of 10, I think this album is definitely an 8. I think Kartel was really good on this album, but the bag of nuances and the bag of unnecessary tropes and the bag of song whenever they need for that kind of definitely kill it for me. But overall, it was a really good one. I love how it was put together. I love the structure of the album. I love the features that were on the album. I think a lot of the people who were featured outside of the Gaza camp definitely brought it on the tracks that they were on the album. So yeah, this album was really a good album. I'll definitely give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Let me know what score out of 10 you would give Vybz Kartel of Dons and Divas, and let me know which other albums you would want me to review here on this session. Like, I really take my time to go through and make sure say I don't miss a beat, like how them jump on the beat. You get what I say? So let me know what other albums you would definitely want me to psychoanalyze for you and bring it to you right here on this session. Also, Angels, remember to give my like button some love. Yes, show my like button some love, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We do episodes of the session weekly, and I'm definitely going to bring my D updates from Instagram to YouTube. It may be very difficult for me to get all that content out daily, but we are about to try it. You get what I say? So we are definitely going to start bringing D updates to YouTube. I will let you know exactly when that's gonna start. But just literally get the idea. So I'm going to let you know when that's gonna start eventually. But yes, subscribe so that you never miss an episode of the session weekly. We put out episodes of the session every single week, like I said before. Usually Saturdays at 8 o'clock, but sometimes we'll have some technical difficulties and reality difficulties, and it will come out another day of the week. But you can definitely check out the channel weekly for your episode of the session. And if you like dancehall content like this, and if you love to talk about and to know about what is happening within the industry and look at tips and books and boxes, then this is the show that you need to be watching. To tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend. Yes, that's how we rock it. And hit the notification bell so that in case you know you get a busy week and you remember about the session, YouTube can remind you. Don't worry yourself, YouTube got you covered. Okay, so hit the notification bell, and also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Like I mentioned, I do the updates on Instagram, where I share sometimes some stories weekly during the week that I will cover on the episode of this session. So if you want to look a prelude, you want to look a bite of what is about to come out on the session, then follow me on Instagram and Facebook so you never miss any of my updates and all them things there. I go be in the description bar down below. Alright, angels, until next time, walk good. All the beautiful people out there in the world. Bye, angels.